The nutritional needs of football players are much different from the average person. They're fueling their bodies for very intense workouts, practices, and games. They are eating 6 to 7 meals a day, planned and monitored by the university's Director of Sports Nutrition, Rachel Suba.
So from a nutrition standpoint, I have 4 dietitians and 20 students. And together we feed, fuel, hydrate, and keep them healthy.
Rachel starts her job at 4:30 a.m. every day, planning meals for not only the football team, but all 21 OU sports teams. She attends lifts, practices, and games, making sure the athletes are fueled and ready to go.
Myself and my dietitians are out on the field, and we have bags filled with an assortment of, we call it quick energy, those carbs, and then a squeeze bottle, which has a mixture of some secret stuff that we like to mix together. And those we call them like little Gatorade shots.
Rachel makes sure that she is not only fueling the team, but also educating them on how to properly prepare their bodies.
We want to build a foundation, a basis. So teaching them like, what are carbs, fats, and proteins? What do you need to build your plate with? How do you hydrate? How do you snack? How do you time your meals? Because then when our first game hits September 4th, they need to know how to do that like the back of their hand. Obviously, we're there to help kind of fill the gaps and just kind of educate in the moment, but we want to have them build that base all the way back in January.
Every day is different for the team, and therefore their nutritional needs change daily.
It's super important to make sure that they're getting everything that they need before they hit the field. Certain days of the week have more intense aspects to it, and so a guy can't just eat cereal and milk and be okay. So myself and my staff were making sure that they're getting the right things.
And Rachel's job does not end when the players leave the field. She is constantly keeping in touch with the athletes to make sure they are meeting their nutritional goals.
I'll text them and say, make sure you eat this at this time, and just kind of mitigating like any issues that would inhibit them from keeping their weight up, keeping them healthy, and kind of restoring what they lose at practice, just because as you go through the season, it just gets harder and harder, and not optimizing those times can be really hindering. It's coming down to putting the best thing in their body so they can be the best that they can be. And nutrition's that 1%. So we like to say that it can make or break a kid, but sometimes they don't realize its benefit until they actually apply it.
Rachel and her team are working hard to make sure the football players are fueled and ready for their big game tonight. I'm Katie Arata, reporting for Game Day U.